What's up today, my fellow Madden soldiers? So what I'm going to be doing right now is going over the best abilities to put on your squad right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So first things first, what I want to let you guys know is when I'm going over all these abilities, it's going to be up to you the way you want to rearrange them, because you're only able to have so much AP, right? So my best advice to give to you guys is just to experiment with them and see what's working for you guys the best, and see what's going to get you guys more wins and just making more plays happen when it comes to these abilities, right? So what I'm going to base this on is my experience with the abilities that I have, and also with the experience that I had against playing tons of people, because I played tons of head-to-head and I realized that certain abilities work for your team if you guys have them on your squad. So I'm going to start off with the QB. Mind you, a lot of QBs don't have all the abilities that this certain QB has. They may have some, so I'm just going to go over the ones that I have and what I'm using. And this is the main reason why I picked up KOSAR. Not only that he's a cowboy, but he's a cowboy to get certain special abilities, right? So what I have on him is Sideline Deadeye, Inside Deadeye, and Fearless. You guys already know that Fearless is very OP. It's immune to defensive pressure while in the pocket, right? Because you guys know this year when a defender is going towards you, if you throw the ball, it gives the quarterback a less likely chance to make that completion. It's sad to say, but it is what it is, and it's cool, right? Because it mixes it up. You're not always guaranteed to make the OP play like it was in previous matches. It is what it is, but at least they have an ability if you guys want to use it to go with it. So Fearless is one. Inside Deadeye, what I like about it is that it grants perfect pass accuracy on throws inside the numbers. So any throws within inside the numbers, within the inside, he's going to have perfect pass accuracy. And what complements it is a Sideline Deadeye. So if you have both of these on your QB, you're good when it comes to accuracy, right? Because Sideline Deadeye is perfect pass accuracy on throws outside the numbers. So one covers the inside, one covers the outside, and you're good. So you know that no matter where he throws it at, it's going to be perfect pass accuracy. The only thing that's probably going to cause it to mess up a little bit is if he's getting sacked as he's throwing it, or if there's like if the defender's right there, right in front of his face. If you don't have Fearless. If he does have Fearless, then he's going to be a little bit better at making the plays. If you don't have Fearless, then if he feels that pressure, then most likely it's going to cause the QB to not throw an accurate throw, right? And when it comes to the X factors, just to let you guys know, my best one that I like is dots. The only reason I don't have dots on my QB right now is because I already have the perfect pass accuracy on what I want. But if I didn't have that, I put dots on my QB, because once it's lit up, it grants perfect passing on any throw. So whether it's on the run, no matter what it is, it's perfect pass accuracy. So that's why I like it. So I figured I'll just give him a little bit more throw power. But even eventually, I might even add that back just to make sure that I add even more. But I'll probably just experiment. But once again, though, I would have dots on him. Dots to me is the best one. I only have Bazooka just to throw extra throw power. But besides that, I already have the accuracy. So that's the only reason why I don't have it on him right now. So the next one, when it comes to your halfback, there's one that I newly discovered, and the only reason I added it on him is because it was only 1 AP, which is his running back apprentice, right? And what I like about this is that the 4 additional hot routes that the halfback gets are pretty OP, because sometimes the defenders don't expect the halfback to run the routes that he's given. And to know that you're able to manipulate that and use it to your advantage is very good. I made a one-play touchdown with Smith based on the fact that I was able to use one of these routes. So this right here, this running back apprentice, is pretty OP. Like I said, it's going to be up to you guys to figure out what you guys want in your squad, because you can only have so much AP. I'm just saying you guys know the best abilities. Evasive. Once again, I only put it on EMMITT is because it's 1 AP. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We have like all this other stuff. I might experiment with something else, but the only reason I didn't is because the Evasive is 1 AP. But if it wasn't for that, I probably will go with something else, because there's other running back abilities like short out elite, short in elite, when you guys put him at the receiver, where he's able to effectively run those positions or make those routes happen a lot more better. So that's what I usually go with. But honestly though, I will go a running back apprentice and something like, I like the, does he have it right here? I don't even know if he has it, right? Do they even show it? They don't even show it on. Oh, the reach for, here it is right here. I like reach for it because not only does the halfback gain additional yards by being tackled. Like, he really fights for yards. And considering the only reason I put on Emmitt Smith, because Emmitt Smith card alone fights for yards, but if I add this, it'll just make it much more OP. So I do like reach for it for your halfback. So I will say that. And when it comes to your X factor, to me, for the halfback, let me go ahead and go back to it just to show you guys. I like Fright Train more. I look at these other ones. I just really don't see nothing much from these other ones besides Fright Train, because once it's activated, it increased the chance to break the next tackle. So a lot of times we're going to run with the halfback. So I would rather have Fright Train just to make sure that I'm more successful at making plays happen, right? So when it comes to the wide receivers, right, what I do like about them, like on Cavante Turpin, because he's a short guy, I like putting short in elite on him, because I put him on, that's what I have on him right now. But I don't have it activated, but when I do activate it, that's what I have on the short defenders. On the short receivers, because I put him on, a lot of short routes, and he's able to effectively make those plays. The taller receivers are able to make those plays, but to me, the shorter ones seem, even if they're slower than the taller ones, the shorter ones seems a lot more faster and effective at making those plays. But when it comes to the taller ones, what I got on Harold Carmichael is mid and elite, right? And the reason I got mid and elite, and I'll even encourage some of you guys to even get it too, unless you like throwing it deep a lot, which we'll get into that, is because I usually throw it within the mid. That's my scheme. So I'm using it because that's my scheme. So if you like throwing it in the mid zone a lot, mid and elite is very effective. And it makes them more better at catching the plays, especially if you see my game plays, you guys see that. But if not, see, I get deep out elite for 1 AP too. I really don't usually throw it that deep, but if you guys are known for throwing it deep, then go with deep out elite, because that's going to be the best one when it comes to especially a tall receiver and getting open out there in the field and making sure that majority of times you're going to be able to get those catches. So if you throw it deep a lot, get deep out elite. But if you usually throw a lot of medium passes like I do, I usually throw short to medium passes, and once in a while I'll trick the defender and throw it deep. So I'm cool with that. I'll take that risk. But if you guys, once again, if you guys like throwing it deep, I would pick deep out elite. So there's another one I'm going to do. I'll show you guys. Slot apprentice and outside apprentice, right? So both of these are cool, right? But a lot of you guys usually go with slot apprentice. That's what usually goes. But either one of these are good. And I'm going to tell you right now, I played against people who had this. And let me tell you one thing. It makes a big difference, especially if you guys know how to run the plays and move your receivers to where it need to go and all that stuff. These two are very good if you know how to use them. But majority of times, a lot of you guys go with slot apprentice. But right now, they'll put in the comment section. Let me know what you guys like the best: slot apprentice or outside apprentice. Which one would you guys like the most? Because I'm thinking a lot of people like to go with slot apprentice. And when it comes to the X factor, everyone puts double me majority of times because it wins aggressive catches against single man coverage. So I'm not going to say it's going to happen every single time, but might as well put something that you have more of a chance to work with. So that's what they have on that. Now, when it comes to the linemen, there's a lot of different ones, right? But the best one that I like using, that I always tell you guys, is identifier, because I like to know where my opponent's at all time, because it does help in determining what type of offense or scheme that I'm going to run, right? Edge protector, I do like edge protector because it says strong passing protection against elite edge rushers. So on the opposite side, if they have someone who has like edge threat and stuff like that, this edge protector does help kind of neutralize it. So it's actually good, but once again though, it all depends on the AP and what you guys are going to want to use, right? If I'm going to spin AP, I'm going to spin it on identifier. But if you guys want an OP line, which I'll probably do another video on it, just in linemen in general, I would probably go with something like edge protector. I do like threat detector too. It takes a lot of the AP, because on third and fourth down, it highlights the blitzers, and it also helps me to be like, okay, well, he's sending everyone at me, so this is what I'm gonna do. So I do like that. I haven't had it activated right now because it takes a lot of AP, but that's one thing that I will be having in the future. And that's really it, right? There's probably some other ones, but a nasty streak is another one. When it comes to the offensive line. But like I said, I would rather go with the identifier. I have to pick any of them, just for the simple fact that I like to know where my opponent's at. Now for the defense, right? I switched it up a lot. That's the whole reason why I wanted to do this video, is because on my defense, what I did was I moved around abilities and I switched things up when it comes to certain players, just to give my team a lot more chance when it comes to the grind. So on my safety now, what I put on him is I put shutdown on everyone, right? But I put it on all my cornerbacks. I put shutdown on all my cornerbacks. Malik Hooker does have it, and the only reason he has it because on my Cowboy theme team, I use him as a corner, but I don't have it activated on this squad. But for my safety, I put tip drill now and pick artist. If I had to pick between one of these, I'm gonna go with tip drill, and the reason why is I realized that a lot of the defenders do not react to the tip passes. So it's frustrating. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to put tip drill on my safeties. So if they happen to, the ball happens to tip, then Malik Hooker has a higher chance to intercept. And let me tell you right now, I've been using him, and he's been intercepting the most insane balls. And I'm telling you right now, it's been working for me. So I would encourage you guys to, like I said, it's a vice. If you guys want to put tip drill on your, it'd be cool to have it on all of them, but I want to go crazy right now. I just want to mix it around and try it out, but it's been working for Malik Hooker. And then I put pick artist because, again, better contested catches again, and improved stamina on interception returns. So both these together is a very vicious combination. So that's what I will say about that. That's what I have on my safeties. I don't know if I have it on this other one. Oh, Troy Polamalu. The only reason I was going to put on Troy Polamalu, but the only reason I didn't is because his acrobat is kind of similar, diving swats and interceptions, right? And I only put acrobat on Troy Polamalu because he gets it for 3 AP. If he would have got it for 5 AP, there's no way I would have did it. I probably would have put the deep route KO with the tip drill if he gets it. I don't even know if he gets a tip drill. You don't get tip drill? Oh yeah, he gets it right here for 1 AP. So if I didn't have this acrobat, I would put deep route KO because he gets it for 1 AP, and then I would put the tip drill on him, right? But if I had the pick, I would just put the tip drill because I want to make sure that I get those tip passes, because you see it a lot in the game right now. Right now, you see a lot of tip passes where the ball would just bounce off and your defender won't even react. So now I start putting tip drill because I want them to react. But once again, he has acrobat, so it's just a similar. If I could put acrobat on everyone, I would, but it's too much AP, so that's the reason why I don't. But if you're able to, acrobat is very OP, right? So now on my cornerbacks, I switched it up. I started using, on everyone I put shutdown on when it comes to X factors. I just liked it because once activated, it's tighter coverage and more interceptions on contested catches. That's why. So I put deep out zone KO. I put deep in zone KO, and then I'll put like mid in zone KO on all my. I'll mix it around when it comes to my cornerbacks, just to let you guys know, because sometimes I run man, sometimes I run zone. So whenever I do, I want to make sure that my cornerbacks have a lot more ability to defend the pass when it comes down to that. So on him, I got deep route KO on my second cornerback, and on my third one, I got medium route KO. What you're gonna see right now, it's medium route KO or mid zone in zone KO. So, like I said, I just mix it around just to test it out. And look at that, I got medium route KO on Jaire Alexander, and it's been working. They're not always going to intercept the ball with medium route KO, because I come to find out that they just usually try to swat the ball away and make plays happen. I'd rather them do that than the other player to catch the ball. So I know a lot of people that I've been playing like to go deep out there, so that's why I start putting deep route KO, deep in zone KO, and then I'll put the medium route KO for shorter passes. I'll mix it around. Like I said, I'll mix it around just to make the give me a higher chance of more winning it and making it happen on the field. And on DEMARCUS WARE, which one that I like is under pressure. Larger area for effect QB pressure and disruption. And this right now is pretty OP because once he's coming after the QB and all that stuff, the QB has a higher chance of miss throwing the ball or underthrowing it and stuff like that. Unless the wide receiver is that good and tries to jump for it, DEMARCUS WARE with that ability makes it a lot better. Now for a couple other abilities that I don't have on my squad that are actually pretty good. You guys already know Lurker is good. Lurker is good. If you get it for the cheapest AP, it's better for your linebackers, because if you're using your guy, you have a higher chance of jumping up in the air and grabbing that ball. But if not, then a lot of you guys usually use safeties for that. But Lurker is one good one that I don't have at this moment. But when I do, I usually do have it activated. I think on my Cowboy squad, I do have one of them activated. And when it comes to the D line, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you can put edge threat. Some people are running edge threat and they say it's very OP for them. So that right there is recommended. But once again, it comes to the AP on what kind of scheme you guys run. If you guys running a pass rush defense, then I would put edge threat, and in the middle I would put inside zone. What's it called? Inside zone or inside? I don't know if it has it right here. you don't have it right here, it's gonna be that's goal line stuff. DeMarcus Lawrence has it. I think inside run or something like that. I can't believe I can't say. Here we go, because I have it on DeMarcus Lawrence and I have it activated on my Cowboy theme team. All right, inside stuff. Quicker run sheds against inside zone plays. So if you guys are running more of a pass rush team, I will put edge threat on your D line, on your defensive ends. I mean, and I'll put inside stuff with your defensive tackles, or those who are using as a defensive tackle, like I'm doing with DeMarcus Lawrence. When I use him, I put him in as a defensive tackle, and he's very effective at running out and stopping that run. So once again, if you're running a pass rush scheme, put edge threat on your DNs and put inside stuff on your defensive tackle, and it's going to be a vicious line to beat right there. I haven't tried it yet. I might try it soon just to see how it works for me at least. But I know certain people who do have it, and it's very effective for them. Just to let you guys know that. So besides that, once again, I just try to mix my scheme around because man, it's getting vicious out there. So I had to try different things, right? And the last of all, let's go ahead and talk about the kicker, because I know some of you guys want to know about that. I put precision. ZANE kicker, slower kicker means for kicks kicks over 45 yards. They switched it up this year. There usually was just one for everything, but now you have to get ZANE kicker, and then where is that? ZANE kicker and focus kicker. So one's for kicks for all kicks up to 45 yards, and one's for kicks over 45 yards. Okay, so that's why I switched it up. So I got ZANE kicker on him because I usually kick it over 45 yards. And then precision kicker, the only reason I put this on him is because it's 0 AP. I wouldn't have did it. But if I had to go with one, just with one, if I had to pick only one, it would be ZANE kicker, because I'm usually going to kick the ball over 45 yards. And them are the ones that I worry about the most, because if I'm going to kick it over 45 yards, I want to make sure that I'm very focused when it comes to kicking that field goal. Anyway, so there it is there. If you guys like seeing what's seen, drop a like on the video. If you guys need to subscribe to the channel, there will be more great amazing content coming your way. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm out.